What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dad Does Videos. About a week ago, I replaced some old gold builder grade non-turning handles on these French doors. Behind me, as you can see, we have the more modern approach with the satin nickel handles. And as the days wore on, I realized, oh my gosh, the ball catches at the top of the door are that old gold material as well. And I figured I've got to do something about this because that's going to absolutely drive me nuts, especially now that the colors are different on the door hardware. So the ball catches, if you're not familiar, and I'll give you a shot of these in a second, they are the pieces at the top of the door. There's one piece on the top of the door and then one piece on the casing of the door that keep your door in place. So these don't just pop open, right? I have to pull a little bit to pop this open. The ball catches keep these in place. So when you close the door, the doors stay closed unless, of course, you want to put a little force into it and then the doors pop open. Okay, so here is a view on top of our door here. And as you can see, this is the part of the ball catch that actually contains the little silver ball. To me, it looks like kind of like a mini pinball. All right, here is the other component of our contraption. This sits in the casing. Now, what will happen is that ball that we just looked at will slide right in to that little groove right here, and that's what keeps the door closed, but not completely locked. All right, thought I'd show the product that we are going to install here. You can see the strike plate right here. It is that satin nickel finish, and then we've got the replacement for our kind of pinball on top of the door itself, as you can see right there. So the first thing we are going to do here is remove this piece. I've seen people do this a variety of different ways. I think this way is the simplest way. I've got just a small flathead screwdriver here. You could use any really thin tool that gets under the lip of this piece that's in the top of the door right here. And what you want to do is kind of, and I'm holding my flathead screwdriver here while I'm holding my tablet trying to record, so we'll see how this works out. But you just want to kind of wedge that flathead screwdriver in between the door and the lip of the piece that's on top of the door here, and kind of get underneath that metal right there. There we go, it's starting to pop up. So you can see there. And once you have it kind of lifted up a little bit, all you need to do is twist your flathead. And as you can see, the piece just pops up. And then you should be able to just pull it right out. Pretty simple, huh? And then we are going to remove our strike plate. And I'm just going to do that using a Phillips head screwdriver and just remove those two screws. Of course, if you have a drill and you want to remove the screws with the drill, you can go ahead and do that. All right, once you have your two screws out, your plate should come off, but if it's been in there for a while and maybe people have painted around it or on it, you can see on mine here, there's a little bit of paint right here. It's just a little kind of congealed to the strike plate. You just need to gently grab and pull and it'll pop right off. All right, so before we slide in our new piece right here, you'll notice there's a kind of a black covering that goes around this piece, and it's the same thing that's in here. So since these are brand new, we're just gonna use this black covering because I want to insert the whole thing into this hole that's already been removed and made for us by the builder or the people who installed these doors. So if you use your flathead screwdriver and just pop that up a little bit, then you should be able to use your needle nose pliers to grab the top of that, where I can't right now because I'm recording, and then you can remove it. And then after you have that piece removed, you could just grab the entire new piece of equipment and get it set up, and we're going to use a mallet to gently tap this in. All right, so keep tapping that mallet until you have your piece pretty far in. As you can see here, only the lip of it is visible. All right, now we are going to grab our strike plate and simply attach this to the place where we remove the other one, and we'll just use the 2 screws that came with the package and insert those over top of the strike plate and into these holes right here. So when you're finished, it should slide right in and go exactly like that. And as you can see, we've got our strike plate installed. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other door here in the casing right above it and give you a shot of what that looks like when we are finished. Okay, so we've got both of our strike plates in now. And we've got both of our pieces inserted into the top of our doors. And now the last thing that we have to do is test to make sure that when we close the door, the ball catches on that strike plate, and then it is not too challenging to open. So let's try this one first. Seems good, easy to open. Let's try the other door. And this one is not catching. So, guess what? We will need to adjust our equipment. Let's take a look at that. All right, so let's grab our needle nose pliers and we're gonna insert one end into one of these spaces right here and then the other end into the other space and then turn. We're gonna shift or turn counterclockwise to raise the ball. And then if you have the opposite problem, you would turn clockwise. I'm going to keep doing this because it's going to take a little while, but I'll do this off camera and we will come back. Okay, I think I got it to a good position. As you can see, let me get a better view here. Angle that's a little bit higher than it was before. So let's go ahead and close this door and we'll see if this shuts to our liking. Okay, so this was our problem door right here. Let's see. Yep, we're good now. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's it.